This video covers some of the more advanced features of the SmartMove dispatching system. You should watch the basic training video before watching this one. In the first video, you learn how jobs can be offered to you. However, SmartMove also allows you to bid for work that is waiting. By clicking the bidding icon, you are able to view any unallocated jobs that are open for cover. You can choose to bid by selecting the hammer button next to a specific job. If you win the job, it will be offered to you as a normal booking. You will not always win the job. It may have been already offered to someone else. If you are not offered the job, you will receive a bid failed message. You can check this screen at any time and can bid as often as you like. From time to time, you may want to create a job in SmartMove. For example, this function would be used if you see someone waiting for a taxi or if a passenger asks you to make a booking. This function is particularly useful for return trips. First, click on the extended menu. Then choose the Create Job button, which will display a prompt. You can use the settings from the last job by selecting Job. You can choose to create a job in your current location by selecting Book Here. Or you can create a completely new booking by selecting New. When you click on New, an empty booking screen will appear. You will need to complete all the details on this form to create a new booking. First, you will set the pickup date and time. Select the date and then click on the word Time to set the time. Don't forget to choose AM or PM. If you do not enter any details here, then the booking will default to now or as soon as possible. Set the pickup address by tapping on the words Pick Up. You may also choose Here to pick up from your current location. Enter the destination or the button here for your current location. Set any attributes required, for example, if a baby capsule is required. Currently set is used to enter the passenger's name and phone number. You can also enter notes in this section. The reverse button is used if you would like to use the pickup and destination details from your last job. Tick the For Me box if the booking is to be reserved for your car. This is not allowed in some fleets. Set the number of passengers. This will default to 1 to 4 passengers. Press the Estimate button to get a fair estimate if the passenger asks. This may also be set as a fixed price. Finally, press on Create to send the booking to the computer. You may use the Clear button to clear the screen and begin again, or the Cancel button to cancel the booking and to close the screen. The Future Jobs page allows you to see upcoming jobs. It may not be available for all drivers. First, select the extended menu button, then click on the Future Jobs button. You will be shown a message confirming that you would like to retrieve your future bookings. If you select Yes, you will receive a driver message with all of your future jobs. Click on the flashing message icon to view the jobs. Depending on your fleet, you may see all jobs allocated to you, to your vehicle, or all jobs with particular attributes. For example, wheelchair jobs only. This list may exclude jobs already allocated to other drivers. You are able to scroll up and down the list of jobs by sliding your finger up and down on the screen. You can also use the left and right finger buttons to look at the next or previous messages. The Out of Car function allows you to leave your car and still be offered work. You must only use the Out of Car feature when you can make it back to your car within the time limit, which is normally 60 seconds. After you have pressed the Out of Car button, your mobile phone will be pranked when you have a job offer. This means it will ring a few times. You must then go back to the car and accept the job. To set up the Out of Car feature for the first time, select the extended menu button, then click on the Out of Car button. Press Set and enter your mobile phone number. You will only need to complete this step once, as your mobile number is then stored with your login. The only time you would need to set it again is if you change your phone number. To test, press the Test Call button. Your mobile phone should ring. You do not need to answer the call. Take note of the caller ID. You should store this number on your phone under the name SmartMove OOC. There may be a few different numbers making out-of-car prank calls, so make sure you save all of the numbers. Slide the bar to set the ring duration on your phone. Once you have set the number, you turn the out-of-car feature on by clicking on the taxi icon at the top of the screen. Now, when you are offered a job, you will have 60 seconds to accept the job in the car. Note that the out-of-car feature is reset when a job is offered. You will need to go back to the car to complete the job you have been offered, and you will need to tap the out-of-car icon if you want to leave the car again. The Smart Driver app, available in the Apple and Android app stores, allows you to access SmartMove features on your mobile phone. When you start the Smart Driver app for the first time, you will need to enter an app code. This is available in your car. Click the extended menu button, and then the out of car button, then the app code button. This will give you a code which allows you to synchronize the Smart Driver app with your SmartMove login. Write this number down. You will only need to sync this with your app once unless you change your phone. Log into the SmartMove app using your SmartMove login details and the app code. Once logged in, there are many options available, including updating your status. From the Smart Driver app, you are able to make yourself unavailable, out of car, or even check for any shift restrictions. If you have out of car set, your phone will initially receive a prank call, i.e., it will ring a couple of times and you will get a notification on the app screen that a job is being offered. You can tentatively accept or reject the offer from the phone, and you will be given a little longer to get back to the car to officially accept the offer. The Smart Driver app also allows you to read and respond to messages from the base, along with the ability to call base, request step-by-step navigation, check for future bookings, view flight information, or to view the end of shift reports. In New Zealand, the app can be used to display the electronic logbook. Shift restrictions apply when there is a limit on how many hours you may work without a break. You will be sent a message automatically showing when you need a break. To check the restrictions in place, press the extended menu button and then the check shift button. The pop-up will ask if you would like to retrieve your current shift details. Click yes and you will receive a driver message. This message will show you how many hours you have been working and when you will need to have a break. In this example, you would be required to have a 30-minute break when you have worked 7 hours. It will also tell you when you must take a long break and when you need to have a full day off. Break requirements may differ between fleets. If you exceed your allowed hours, you may be logged out automatically and you cannot log back in again until you have taken the necessary break. If you attempt to log back in before your allocated break time expires, you will receive a reminder of your break requirements. The electronic logbook is primarily used in New Zealand. It displays your recent driving history. It is intended to be used when you are requested to produce your logbook to show your working hours. To access this page, select the extended menu button and then the logbook button. Note that you are considered to be working if you are logged in. It is not sufficient to simply make yourself unavailable. Select the date to view. You can now use the plus work button to add non-SmartMove work periods to your history. You can use the plus note button to add notes to any of the break periods. This screen will show you the periods of time that you were logged in and the times that you were logged out. When you have selected the dates you wish to view, you are able to send the logbook to an email address by clicking on the send button and completing the recipient details. You can retrieve your end of shift reports from the driver's website. When you do a shift in a vehicle, SmartMove records the work that you do. It is possible to get a report from SmartMove showing the work done and your share of the income. The report is useful only if you record the fare payment details at the end of every job. You can access the driver's website with any conventional web browser connected to the internet. The address will depend on your fleet, but the one shown here works for many fleets. Enter your driver number and PIN number. These are the same ones that you would use to log into your vehicle. If you need to reset your PIN number, ask the base operator to set your password. You will get a list of shifts that you have completed recently. You can look at one of your end of shift reports by clicking on the View button. You can then choose to print the report or you can email the report. You might send the report to yourself to keep a record of your income for tax purposes, or you might send the report to a bookkeeper. You are able to see up to the last 30 days of end of shift reports. Anything before this time will need to be requested from your base. SmartMove provides two ways to contact your passenger. You can send a short message using the SMS service, or you can make a voice call. However, these services are not enabled in all fleets. Check with your network to see if these features are activated. To send a message, you use the extended menu button and the send message button. If you aren't able to send a message, the icon will be grey. You can then choose one of the preset messages. Your messages might be slightly different from those shown here, as they will be set by your operations manager. There are generally two situations when you might use this function: to let the passenger know you will be late, or to let the passenger know that you are waiting. It is often worth telling the passenger you are waiting before using the no-show button. You can only send a message if the number in the booking is for a mobile phone. In some fleets, the phone number may be suppressed, but you can still send the message. This is done to protect the passenger's privacy. Occasionally, the passenger might reply to your message. When this happens, the incoming message is displayed to you in the same way that other messages are displayed. It may be more convenient to call the passenger than to send a message. This will be the only option if the number in the booking is not a mobile phone number. In this case, use the headset button and the call customer option. The vehicle will call the passenger. The procedure is very similar to calling the base operator. The send message screen also allows you to send a message to all available operators. For example, you notice there is a traffic accident in Golden Square and it is impacting traffic. You are able to send this notification to all available operators. To make a call to the base operator, you need to click on the headset icon. Press one of the buttons to send a request to the operator. Press Job if you want to give the operator a job. Press Query if you have a query about your current job. Press Urgent if you need to speak to the base operator as soon as possible. Press Other if you have some other query for the operator. Your request appears on the operator's screen and your screen will show Waiting for Operator. When the operator is free to talk to you, a call will be made from the car to the base. You will then be able to talk directly to the operator. This is a mobile phone call and no one else can hear what is being said. In some fleets, the call is recorded. You can adjust the speaker volume on the screen. You can also adjust the sensitivity of the microphone. If the base operator is having trouble hearing you, then try adjusting the microphone down. If the microphone is too sensitive, it picks up too much background noise. If you decide you don't need to talk to the base operator after all, you can cancel the call request at any time. Ensure you only call the base operator when absolutely necessary. You don't need to tell the base operator if you can't find the passengers. You can just press the no-show button on the job details screen. You don't need to tell the base operator if you're not able to do a job. You can just resubmit the job using the resubmit button. This puts the job back in the queue for allocation to another car. Use the record a message button to send a message to the base operator. It works like an answering machine. You are able to select Send Normal or Send Urgent if the message requires immediate attention. The navigation button on the job details page will give you detailed instructions to find a job address. This button will take you to the navigation page. There may be several addresses in your booking. The navigation will apply to the address which is currently shown on your screen. If you have a second pickup and you have the second pickup address on your screen, then the map will give you instructions for that address. Use the left and right arrows on the booking details page to move between addresses. The navigation page shows you the route from your current location to the address you have displayed. The information comes from Google Maps and it shows the route they recommend. The text on the right-hand side gives you the step-by-step instructions. The instructions will scroll up the screen as you travel to the address, but you can use the up and down finger icons to look at the instructions if you wish. If you want to see one of the turns in more detail, you can click on the detail icon at the top right-hand corner. The address being used is shown at the bottom of the screen. The distance and estimated arrival time is also shown. These are calculated when you first display the page. They do not change as you drive. You can get updated instructions using the navigation icon at the bottom left of the screen. You would use this if you have varied the route, if there is a detour in place, or if you just prefer to go a different way. The navigation page described in this tutorial is separate from the arrow and distance shown on the job details page. The arrow and distance are generally more useful when you are near the address, but are not exactly sure which house to stop at. If you are using the Smart Driver app, you can use your phone for navigation instead of the SmartMove map. When you have a booking, the booking details are sent to your mobile phone and you can get driving instructions by clicking on the navigation icon in the Smart Driver app. Plotting is used to tell the SmartMove computer which zone you are travelling to. This prevents an empty car being sent to a job in that zone. When you pick up your passengers, you can plot to the zone you will be travelling to. This information may already be in the job details if the base operator has entered the job booking. As soon as you turn the meter on, the plotting icon flashes between a signpost without arrowheads to a signpost with arrowheads. If the zone list isn't being displayed, touch the Zones button at the bottom of the screen. Touch one of the zone names to choose a zone. If the zone you need isn't listed, it is probably on another page. Just select the next page and use the up and down finger buttons to scroll through the list. When you have found the correct zone, press the flashing plot icon to tell SmartMove that you are travelling to that zone. Once you have plotted to the zone, that zone name will be shown at the bottom of the screen and the signpost will get arrowheads. If you decide not to go to the chosen zone, you can cancel the plotting by simply touching the plot button again. If the base operator has entered the destination already, then you are able to simply press the plot button once you have started the meter. The plotting is cleared when you turn your meter off. If there is a job waiting in that zone, it will be offered to you immediately. Plotting does not hold a job for you, it simply prevents SmartMove sending a vacant car to the zone you are going to if a job comes up in that area. If some other car becomes vacant in the zone before you clear, then that car will be offered any job that is waiting. Plotting will be cancelled if you pass through the zone without clearing. The Statistics button shows you the location of other vacant cars as well as the zones that have waiting jobs. SmartMove will offer you a job if there is no one near you. If you don't get an offer immediately after you go vacant and you are in queue position 1, then there is no jobs nearby that you are eligible for. Before you leave for a new zone, touch the Statistics button. SmartMove will tell you how many vacant cars are in each zone. SmartMove will also tell you how many jobs are waiting in each zone that you are eligible for. These are shown in the column marked J. The third column shows the number of upcoming jobs within a specified period. The period is indicated by the number at the top of the column. In this example, all jobs are within the next 30 minutes. If you can't see these columns, then your system may not be configured to show this information, or your screen may not be set up correctly. If the columns are too small, you can adjust the width by moving the column marker. It may help to use your fingernail or a stylus if you have one. To be eligible for a job, you need to have the right sort of car and have the options set correctly on the job selection screen. For example, if you are in a wagon but have the wagon option crossed, you won't be eligible for the wagon work. If you have a cross next to all, you won't be offered standard work. You would use this, for example, if you are in a maxi and you only want to do maxi work. If your fleet is set up for automatic updates, the statistics will update regularly. If you are not set up for automatic updates, you need to press the Statistics button whenever you would like to see this information. The button will turn grey until you can use it again. It does take time for SmartMove to count the cars and jobs. As a result, there may be a small wait for the information to update. You can also access the detailed statistics page by pressing on the extended menu button and choosing the Zone Stats button. This page allows you to see more detailed statistics so you are able to more efficiently plan your movements. The detailed table has 8 columns. The name column shows the name of the zone. Vehicles shows the number of logged in vehicles in the zone. Vacant shows the number of vacant vehicles in the zone. Plotted shows the number of vehicles plotting into the zone. Minus 30 minutes shows the number of jobs, including hails, completed in the last 30 minutes in the zone. It only shows the number of jobs that the vehicle is capable of doing. Current shows the number of jobs on cover in the zone. Plus 30 minutes shows the number of upcoming jobs in the zone in the next 30 minutes. Plus 60 minutes shows the number of upcoming jobs in the zone in the next 60 minutes. Normally the job counts will be for jobs that you are eligible for. If you are interested in particular types of jobs, you can select the attributes of interest to you. The job counts will then only include jobs with those attributes. This feature is particularly useful for drivers of wheelchair vehicles, as they are able to check to see if there is any wheelchair work coming up. The table displays a maximum of 9 zones at a time. If there are more than 9 zones, use the left and right hand buttons to navigate to the next or previous table. You may also choose to hide empty zones or only display zones with vehicles in them. The driver is able to refresh this data periodically by pressing the statistics icon in the top right hand corner of the screen when it is enabled. The flight time screen allows you to check flight arrival and departure times for your airport. The information is updated every 10 minutes and comes from various sources, so may not always be 100% accurate. Click on the extended menu button and then choose Flight Info. This will take you to the flight information page where you are able to view all arriving and departing flights to your chosen airport. Click on the Departures button to toggle between arrivals and departures. Press the Refresh button to update your flights. Use the left and right hand buttons to search for a specific flight arrival or departure time. The Lost Property page is used if a passenger has left belongings in your car. You are able to enter specific details about the lost items. To access this page, use the Extended Menu button and then the Lost Property button. Put a tick against the description that best matches the item or items found. You can tick more than one item in this section, and you are able to add notes if required to more easily identify an item. When you have entered all of the details, you can confirm the items and then press Yes, which saves the details and notifies the base operator. Thank you for watching this SmartMove Advanced Features video. Other videos in this series include SmartMove Essentials and Docket Killer.